welcome to the Monarchy class of the Daykeepers Rite with Alicia McNaughton and the Mystical Institute of Healing Arts. For those of you who are joining us, we're going to turn to this page. So if you're joining us for the first time and you don't have this booklet, there will be a link posted where you can join our Facebook group and go under Files and download this booklet. We're on rite number 5, Daykeepers Rites. We always start our class by calling in the 4 winds, lighting a candle, to the winds of the south, great serpent, wrap your coils of light around us. Teach us to shed the past the way that you shed your skin, to walk belly to belly on the earth of the mother. Teach us the beauty way. Aho. To the winds of the west, Mother Jaguar. Protect our medicine space. Teach us the way of peace, to live impeccably, to walk softly on earth. Show us the way beyond death. Aho. To the winds of the north, hummingbird, ancient ones, grandmothers, grandfathers. Come warm your hands by our fires. We honor those who have come before us, those who will come after us, and our children's children. Aho. Great eagle, condor, come to us from the place of the rising sun. Teach us to fly wingtip to wingtip with great spirit. Protect us, keep us under your wing. Pachimama, Mother Earth, we are here for the honoring of all of your children, the stone people, the plant people, the four-legged, the two-legged, the creepy crawlers, the fin, the fern, the winged ones, all of our relations. Aho. Father Sky, Grandmother Moon, to the high-frequency star nations, archangels, and ascended masters, thank you for blessing us. Thank you for bringing us here in this celebration of life with the Daykeepers Rites. Sacred space is now open. So again, the monarchy comes from fire. We always return to the fire, cleansing our hands, cleansing our pie stones in the fire, and growing our seeds. So you can follow along with me in your books. The Daykeepers bring healing and beauty. This rite takes us to the form of an energetic transmission that connects us to a lineage of like us from the past. It offers us the possibility, through our alignment with this lineage of Daykeepers, to start the process of healing our inner feminine and of stepping beyond fear into the practice of peace. Traditionally, the Daykeepers were masters of the ancient stone altars found in the sacred spaces around the world, from Stonehenge to Machu Picchu. The Daykeeper is able to call upon the power and the energies of these ancient altars to heal and bring peace and balance to the world. According to lore, the Daykeepers called upon the sun to rise in the morning and accompanying her to settle in each night, making sure humans were in harmony with Mother Earth and honored the ways of the feminine. The Daykeepers were generally women. They attended births and deaths. They were healers, herbalists, and visionaries, very knowledgeable about the ways of the feminine earth. So just to share, when I've given this rite to people, it's been really beautiful to be able to tune in clairvoyantly, energetically, and see these monuments appear in visions behind them as I call on their timelines when they had previous lifetimes working in these magical places. And for different people, I would see different parts of the world, different sacred sites that were connected to them. And it's always something very specific to what they're healing right now. So I love that. I find that really magical. If you haven't had any lifetimes previously as a soul in these spaces, there's still this lineage of ancestry with the monarchy that's going to step forward and teach you about the medicine. So you will still be learning, but you will also be remembering what you already know on the cellular level in your DNA from your higher self. So it's really beautiful. To transmit the Daykeepers Rites, you always want to start again by cleaning your hands in the fire, bringing in your pie stone, calling in the four winds. We're also going to open up our 8th chakra, which they call in the monarchy the Huaracocha, pulling that light down around you, engulfing the initiate in front of you. And for this, you can be seated. So your protege can be seated facing you. And you should be, close enough to be able to send transmissions to their belly, to their heart, to their third eye without having to strain yourself. So pretty close. And you're facing one another. And you're going to ask, do I have permission to give you the Daykeepers Rites? And you wait for an answer. When you get a yes, that is them calling in this medicine for themselves. And those of you who are giving the rite, you're going to allow your personality, your identity, your ego body to step to the side. And you're going to bring these transmissions through with an open heart, open mind, by allowing it to transmit. So it's not something you have to concentrate on trying to do. It's a feeling of allowing this transmission to come through you. So before you sit face to face with them, you're going to stand behind them. So they'll be seated in a chair and you'll be standing up. And what you're going to do is you're going to place your hand on their shoulders and you're going to balance polarities, right, left, masculine, feminine, logical, intuitive, and really feel your connection already starting. So just the act of doing this also balances your polarities by the beings that are helping you with this transmission. They are aligning you during that time. So the mentor takes the pie stone on the crown of your initiate while making a tube with their hands and blows through the chakra system, preparing it for the transmission. So I'll just pretend I'm standing up and this is the top of their head. And I'm envisioning this beautiful light coming down from the heavens, going right through the portal of your pie stone, going right down into this acupressure point in the center of their head. It reminds me of the blowhole of a whale for some reason, but you're just holding it right there, and then you're going to blow. And there's different ways to do the transmission. When you blow a very steady stream of energy, you're just letting the breath symbolize the energy, and it doesn't have to take a lot of force, and it just permeates through the different layers of that person's crown chakra. It's beautiful. If somebody is incredibly blocked and you feel that they're very closed in their crown chakra that day, you can use a little bit with your breath, so more of a into their crown to symbolize opening sacred space, and then allow it to transmit. So then you're going to move to sit opposite the protege, so eye to eye, heart to heart. And you're going to place both hands on your heart center and attune yourself to the energy of the Daykeepers. So you're calling it in. And I like to hold the pie stone in my non-dominant hand at my heart and use my hand for the transmission. So holding the intention of attuning the protege, I'm going to send my intention to their belly, and we're going to transmit the energy of manifestation from the lineage of the monarchy, moving through you to them. This can be anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes. It can be all the way up to 5 minutes. And it will continue to work with them even after you separate your hands. Going back into the heart center, calling in the energy of divine love, feminine wisdom. Transmit this to their heart center. And just breathe. Breathe that light, that energy back into your heart space. Feel the transmission filling you up, filling them up, knowing that it's working, having confidence, going to their crown chakra, letting go, allow it to flow into their third eye center, the ability to see with sacred sight, sacred vision, opening and expanding their calling as a Daykeeper themselves. And you'll sometimes move with the energy. I'm not moving my body, it's just going because this is representative that the energy is flowing. You're going to bring both of your hands to your heart center, calling in the Daykeepers Rites. Again, holding the intention of transmitting the rite, removing myself or yourself from the process of the transmission. And we're going to lean forward. So I'm going to hold and cradle their head at the ears, and I'm going to gently lean forward, touch foreheads with them, and feel this transmission, forehead to forehead. It's really sacred to do this. And the visions of past lifetimes, the visions of connections to these magical sacred sites, the land itself, the monuments, the timelines, may or may not start to flash across your own internal vision. Time almost disappears when you're doing this. It's multi-dimensional work. Bring your hands back to heart center. You release. Remove the blanket of light from them that you put on them, calling your energy back to yourself, closing Barakocha, and saying to them, you've just been given the Daykeepers Rite. So you may have felt something already from watching this. There will be a separate video with the actual transmission that I encourage you to watch if you want to receive more of this, right? It's good for you to allow a connection to be made over the process of the next 3 weeks before you give it to somebody, just to let it to really settle in. It takes about 21 days for it to fully set in, 10 to 21 days. that you will be able to transmit this rite once you fully received it. And it's going to be healing your divine feminine. So if you are more in tune with your masculine energies, this will help you to resonate with why you're turned off to the feminine side of you, help you to balance your own polarities, help you to remember your past lifetimes, connecting to the divine feminine and your connection to motherhood, maidenhood, crone energies. So thank you for watching.